welcome back to my channel for a brand new video, and this time I'm in Spain, in Valencia, as you've seen in the title, trying to come back here and with a different vision of what I could do with this place, which has a lot to offer. And guess what? It's July, 6:30 a.m. and it's already boiling hot. They are planning 40 degrees today. It's going to be a challenge. I've been quite lucky. There's a few clouds in the sky which I will be able to enjoy during the day and give me extra time to shoot, more than having these very harsh lights that I had yesterday, trying to see how much softness I can get between my subjects, the sky and the water. This is absolutely stunning. I've been here many years ago and returning now after like maybe 15 years. You don't look at things the same way, you know? Bicycle. I want to tell you exactly what I was thinking when I took that photograph, and it's not about gear or about settings, no, it's what I was actually thinking. I think there's a version of this place that a lot of people decide to go for in terms of angle, light. And I think there's another version of this place that we can go for, and that is this one that I'm going to talk about in this video. Santiago Calatrava designed this place. He's the architect behind this entire work. And when I came here the first time, I did the same thing as everyone. I was trying to look for the best angle, the best light, the best reflection. But somewhere between that visit and this actual visit, things have changed. I've tried to think about what Santiago Calatrava had in mind when he designed this place. And the main question is, a minimalist photographer and an architect are actually solving the same problem. How do you make empty space feel like something? How do you make less say more? So today I want to find some visual ideas on how to portrait this actual situation. And I'm going to call them grammar rules that Calatrava built into this place. And these will be photographs that prove that I understood what he's been building. Let's go. Come back when it's the right time. It's not the right time now for me. Too bright. In this kind of subject behind me, it is quite obvious that you want to shoot this literally facing the right angle with a good pattern, where you've got this kind of hierarchy behind you and it's all lined up properly in the center. You've got the similarities between each gap, and that is fine. This is a good composition to do because it works, obviously. It's geometrically interesting, even if it is a bit static. So in my workshop, I do talk a lot about rhythm, and rhythm for me is crucial into the game of composition. And repetition is not a pattern, it's a rhythm. The difference between a boring repeating shape and a photograph with pulse is variation, and how you encounter the repetition. And for this you need to utilize angle, distance, negative space, light hitting different part of the subject as well. You find a point where the rhythm breathes rather than just repeat. Let me pause this video for a few seconds because As you know, recently I've loved to share a couple of good products that I've been using for gears, such as tripods, filters, and softwares as well, like DxO and things like that. And today I want to show you a really good product I've just received from Freewell. Amazing. Let me show you. You know, as a minimalist, long exposure photographer, I need filters, obviously. And filters have different kind of shapes and forms and weights and sizes. And at the moment I'm carrying 3 sets of filters. Now I've got my Freewell M2 kit. Freewell has decided to become a minimalist, like me. This thing is very thin. This is called a brand-only variable ND filters and CPL as well, all including in one. And as you can see on the edge, you've got different numbers, and these are the intensity of the neutral density filters, which means you can shift by sliding around between a 3, a 6 and 10 stop, and even more, a 32 stops, which is amazing. Plus you've got a CPL including into it. This is now what it looks like. Beautiful little cover. Just unlock the actual cap itself. Boom, and look what's inside. You can use that if you do videos with your camera to get your white balance correctly exposed. And now I've got my numbers here. You just have to slide down and you see how dark it's becoming, and then put back up. Very easy, and it gives you the flexibility to not use a full stop in as well, which is great. Like if you just need an half stop, then that's something you can definitely do. And it's looking good as well. It's a good looking design. If you think for some reason that all of these filters are not enough, I've got my 32 extra neutral density filter that comes as a separate one that you can apply on the top of all this existing one. It's magnetic and you can still play with the density of the previous ones. So this should cover any scenarios you will ever encounter, okay, in terms of density. Instead of carrying all this case, which is still very compact to me, I really like it, I can have just this little pouch in which all of this fits. If you think this is a piece of gear you should have in your backpack, then look at the link down below in the description. You will find all the details. There's a link that you can click on and see all the details about the filter, the price, and obviously you got a 10% discount on the top of the existing price. Use the promo code Julien10 and you will have an extra 10% discount. The thing about all these architectures around me is that they are white, which means the color palette is pretty minimal as well. There is some blue from the water, blue from the sky, but everything else is white base. And this is intentional. We should not try to fight this. We should use this, and there's a purpose behind this. And I've started thinking about why Calatrava uses white everywhere. White is not absence, it's pressure. The white is holding the shadow. It's the tension between the lit surface and the shadow that gives the wall its weight. Remove the shadow and the wall disappears. Remove the white and the shadow has nothing to push against. So the most interesting photographs I could try to shoot around here is to work around that pressure. It's finding the light and the lines that works better, and the dark kind of pressure where the shadow is the sharpest as well, and where the light is doing the most work. Even if the subject is very still, the extended exposures deepen the shadows and smoothen the light. By the way, have you clicked on the like button and on the subscribe button as well? That's important to support my work. Do not forget. The frame within the frame is a question here, specifically in that kind of surrounding. Calatrava is obsessed with apertures and openings. It constantly creates frame within the frame. We've got arches, we've got gaps, we've got windows, we've got tunnels as well. And this is asking you to look at something behind each and every one of them. And the question is asking here is, what should you see from here and why? So as a photographer, my job is to respond to that question. minimally, without adding anything the aperture didn't already ask for. By the way, I didn't explain the reason of this outfit. I did not mention the fact that this is 40 degrees here. It's boiling hot. So the lighter the better for the ventilation. Let me know in your comment down below if you've ever been to Valencia, and specifically in this part of Valencia. And if you have, how was your photography experience? Curious to know people's feedback about their own journey as well in photography. Calatrava, the architect here, built a grammar, as I said earlier in this video, and I've tried to learn how to read it. What I've realized is that the vocabulary between minimalist architecture and the vocabulary of a minimalist photographer is pretty much the same. In fact, they're both about space, pressure, interruption and silence. So if you want to come here and work through these ideas in person, like reading a location, finding its grammar, and making photographs that prove you understood it, then I'll be running a workshop later this year between October and December. I'm not so sure yet, but I will advertise the workshop later on my website and obviously on my social media, so keep an eye on that page. Well, thanks for watching the video till the end, my friends. I appreciate your support here. All these videos are taking a lot of work behind the scene, you know. Not only all the commute, all the money and investment, but the time as well to think about how to do it, what to talk about in this video. So if you want to support what I'm doing, then feel free to hit the like button first and then click on the subscribe button as well. This is very helpful for the algorithm to prove that what I'm doing is of interest for some people. So do not hesitate to do this. I would really appreciate you to do so. I know there's a lot of people watching the videos who haven't subscribed yet, so feel free to hit the subscribe button. It's totally free for you, but it brings a lot of support for me, so thank you very much. And once again, if you want to benefit of the discount on the filters, the new Brandon Lee Freewell filter, go in the link down below in the description. You'll find all the details, and if you have any question, obviously contact me for any question you would have.